Okay, this is the second piece that you guys saw last week. It's Jessie, and today's September 1st. Oh my god. Anyway, this is what you guys saw last week with Jessie, and I was thinking of a lavender wash for this one, shades of purple, because it would just set off her hair, I think. But I'm thinking of putting some more Pokemon and or Pokeballs in it, and I can't decide if I should or not. Which kind of sucks, because I don't know. But yeah, that's what this is. The Misty piece is finished. Yay! And after this one, no. Like, I started this one last night, but I don't like the way it turned out. It's supposed to be for the Walrus King. I'm doing flyers for him, because the whole gist is that he's running for the mascot of the United States, because we need a cuter one. Uncle Sam is too imposing, and he wants more people to join the army and all that good stuff, whereas the Walrus King just wants to be cute, and what better way to show off your sense of imperialism? But seriously, yeah, I'm just working on some stuff for the Walrus King and a few more things, because AWA is like, God. I have 28 days, actually. And sorry if this is, like, super loud. I'm talking, like, directly behind the camera. So, that's fine. But yeah, 28 days for me. 29 days for people not going on Thursday. I think my friend said she was going on Thursday, and I might be staying in the room with her Thursday night. No matter how much money I make, off of what I'm doing on Saturday, I'm going to take some toys of mine that I've been trying to sell to a toy store, and hopefully I can put a dent in my AWA finances and stuff. Usually I would have the money, but this year I'm not in school because I graduated in May, as you guys should know if you've been watching any of my videos. I am still looking for a job. I've applied for, like, positions at the school system here locally. I haven't heard back yet, and I'm kind of anxious because they took the jobs down that I was looking for. So, I've applied to 5 or 6 jobs at 4 or 5 schools, and waiting on that. So, yeah, sorry you guys had to stare at that for so long. But yeah, that's what's going on. Anyway, I'm very anxious. So I'm, like, working on this and trying to be productive. At the same time, I'm just like, hire me! Because I haven't had great experiences with Craigslist or any of those other job sites. And, like, I've applied at hospitals, colleges, offices, everywhere that you could probably think of, except for, like, bad places. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna get started on this. Probably just gonna go straight into the wash, but I don't like the fact that it's, like, here and over there is nothing, because it's interesting to me, the composition on this one, but at the same time, it seems like it's lacking. Like, I really feel like something should be up here. Like, your eye's kind of moving around her, which is a good thing, because that's what I want. I want your eye to be able to move around the piece, and that's the great thing about her hair, because it kind of, like, leads you through. And, yeah, I'm still thinking about how I'm going to do that. And that's one thing that you should think about when you're doing your art pieces, if you're doing things for shows or whatever. Even with illustrations, you want the eye to be able to move through it. You don't want someone to just focus on one spot in your picture. Like this one. Well, is this dry? I hope this is dry. Anyway, for this one, it's a lot more simple. And I don't think the eye really moves around. Like, you could say that the reins kind of lead back into the hair, which bring you around if you want to go there, but I think that's a bit of a stretch. I think when most people look at it, they're probably just going to, like, zoom in on that, you know. And it's okay to have some where they just zoom in if it's a smaller piece, but I think that it's better if you have like one focal point, but that focal point leads you on to other focal points as far as, you know, pieces go. Anyway, that was a random little tangent. But as we all know, I tend to go off on those quite a bit. So, you should be used to it by now. And yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm trying to update more, so that I'm on some kind of a schedule. And, yeah, I can't believe today's September 1st. Oh my god. Oh, anyway. So yeah, there we go. I mean, I can at least say that the table was taken care of since I'm sharing with a friend. And my other friend offered to let me share her hotel room, but there's already like 4 people in there, and I'm thinking, sometimes I snore and I don't want everybody to be awake. And then in the morning, everybody will want to kill me because I slept and they didn't. So yeah, like sometimes I don't and sometimes I do. It really depends. Like, and it's weird because sometimes I will, well, I don't think you guys want to hear all that. But anyway, yeah, that's it. And I will show you guys this when I'm a bit farther along. So yeah. You guys may have noticed, some of you, that I can do videos longer than 15 minutes. I was like super excited when I found that out, because at first I didn't know that we had videos that could go up to 15 minutes, and then I found that out. I was like, oh, really? So yeah, I thought I was special. But no, I can do video now that are longer than 15 minutes, so that's pretty cool, because I might be able to get some shows done that I wanted to do when I first started. Am I trying to be E-famous? I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to make partner, but it's not like my life's goal or anything. Oh, by the way, this is not heavy paper. This is 67-pound cardstock, so it's not very heavy. I think the cardstock I usually use is like twice that. So it does warp a little bit. I got this from Staples, actually. It is acid free, but if you can get like the thicker cardstock like this, then I recommend it, because I screwed up painting on this and it did not warp or nothing. So yeah. But this was the biggest one I could find where I was. I actually live in an area where there's a U-Track, but you have to take the train and a bus to get there, and there used to be 2 buses, but they don't have buses here right now, so I can't just go when I want to go, which I miss, though at the moment I wouldn't be able to go and get anything anyway. But yeah, it's okay. And they're having a huge sale right now for those of you who need art supplies. I usually try to get new stuff if I need it in August, September, because this is like when back to school happens and all the art schools and everybody are putting out their lists. So it tends to be the case that you can get stuff for pretty cheap. Like last year, I ended up buying a buttload of canvas for what I was hoping would be part of my senior thesis project, and I was getting like 28 by 32 inch canvases for $1 and some change. So just so you guys are aware of that. And it wasn't the gallery wrapped canvas or stretched canvas, it was actually just the canvas board. But I think I bought some regular canvas for like maybe $5. I don't know. trying to remember. I used to get them from Michael's all the time. They're 16 by 20, and you could get like 2 in a pack for $5 if you had your little coupon. So always check the sales and stuff, and always try to schedule you when you need supplies around like the new school year, and you should be good. And you'll also save money because everyone knows who does it. Art supplies are expensive as heck. Like and I try to stock up before AWA. Like if I have most of my pieces ready already, then it's good. But I always want to take new stuff. So I've got loads of stuff that I either need to sell or sell that I haven't sold because I've just had so many things and I don't have room for it all anymore, which kind of sucks. I'm hoping when I start working, I'll be able to start paying for a house and I can just have a room that's got art in it. And some pieces I would like to find a new home because I did them for cons or whatever. Though I've gotten to the point now where I don't make work specifically for a convention. Well, no, that's not true. I don't make work for a convention specifically thinking that I have to sell this to this person. I make it now where I used to just look up the popular anime and make stuff based on that. And then I'd be sitting there with all of this art that no one was buying because it wasn't something that I was into. And like for commissions, it's fine because someone will give me a reference, and they'll be able to say this character acts like this. But if I'm just drawing the character to sell, I can't really put that character into context. And I think that comes across in the drawing. Whereas this one, I am a Pokemon fan. I've been watching Pokemon since I was a teenager. How old was I when that came out? I could have sworn I was in middle school when Pokemon came out. And I remember one day we went to Kmart and I saw the book, The Electric Shell of Pikachu. And I had it. And I think I sold it. But I didn't think I would, still be into Pokemon like that. And I am, so, yeah. By the way, Lapras is my all-time favorite, followed by Raichu, and then Politoed. And then there are a few others. Yeah, just in case anyone thinks about it, we'll give me some fan art, something like that. Yeah. But I like to be able to draw characters that I like and put them in context of how they are. Whereas, like, there was an episode where they actually got Pikachu. It's one of the older ones. And it's like, he was like, what were they doing? There was a machine that had all the Pokemon following them, and Pikachu was all like, Pikachu, shocking Ash, and, stuff like that. And it was pretty cool. So I thought about that one. When I did this, I also thought about, like, what if they actually got Pikachu? Or if they even had their own Pikachu. But I imagine they're still after Ash's Pikachu, which means train the frickin' Pokemon. But, yeah. But was anyone else surprised to find out that they were in their teens? Like, Jesse and James, for real? I was like, what? I always thought they were like 20-something. Or 20-something, I should probably start enunciating. I used to do it all the time, and I dumbed down the language. Sorry. But yeah, I did not know that they were that young, and I was kind of freaked out. Let's see. I also have some Yu-Gi-Oh art, actually, that I did a while ago. I think I still have that piece. It was the Dark Magician Girl. She was like one of my favorites. I remember I was sitting in my parents' living room ages ago, it seems like, just working on pieces. Like, I would put out piece after piece after piece for AWA, because AWA is like my home con, first of all. It's also the first anime con I ever went to. And started going in 2001, and I've only missed one con since then, and that was last year because when I was living by myself, my parents were going out of town, and they wanted me to keep my sister at my house because they didn't want her to miss school. And they literally came to me with that at the last minute. Like, I wasn't going to be in the artist alley that year, and I think I was having financial problems with it because school financial aid did not come out on time. So I was just going to go as an attendee and have a club table and, promote a DeviantArt club that I have called Kawaii America. Or would it be Kawaii America? Anyway, I was going to promote that. And last minute, absolute last minute, like that Thursday, they're like, oh, we need you to keep your sister. They didn't ask me, they just said that, and then they dropped her off, and that was supposed to be that, and I was just like, what? So, yeah, that's the only con I missed, which sucks, because I literally had been going to every one since 2001, and that was my first ever convention for anything. And it was different. That was back when it was by the airport, and I ended up staying across the street at the Holiday Inn, and some fool kept setting off the fire alarm. So I was like running downstairs. I had my pajamas on, and I'm standing outside in my sheet pajamas, and I just stayed that Saturday. I did not stay on Friday because Friday, that was like my first cosplay too. I was part of a Final Fantasy group, and I made my own Geomancer costume. It was the one from Tactics, I believe. The green one that looks like a giant genie. So I made that, and I spent like 2 weeks working on it, and forgot the shoes at the last minute. Like, I had the shoes, but I did not take the shoes with me, which kind of ticked me off. You may be wondering why I'm wiping this. I'm just trying to blend in, and there's something on this brush. So, yeah. Also, wiping gives it some texture. I could just use salt, but I don't want it to, like that. It's a cool effect, though. But not for this piece. But, as I was saying, that was my first cosplay, and my mom went with me to that one on Friday. And we were watching some anime, and what was the name of that? I think it was Angel Sanctuary, and we were both in there watching it, and it got to one part where I was like, you mean to tell me that was a dream? Is that it? It was really funny. I barely remember that anime now, though. But yeah, and I was like, gosh. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. And I didn't really meet a whole bunch of people then. But I'm trying to be more sociable at cons, Like, I have deadpan face of the century, so people might just assume I'm being mean, or that I'm, like, I hate people, but I don't. I'm just not loud, and I'm not, I don't have a regular face that's just like, oh my gosh, she's so happy. Like, I could be happy, but you wouldn't know. So, if you see me, say hi. You can say, hi, Alicia, or hi, Gothic Sugar, whichever one, I will respond. If you say, hi, Gothic Sugar, my smile might be bigger, because I'll know you recognize me from YouTube. And you're like, hi! But yeah, and, yeah, piece of tissue. But yeah, that's how that goes. I don't know why I just, I kind of like how this turned out. It's kind of warpy here. Very warpy, but that's cool, actually, for the texture. Oh, also, For those of you who actually live near an Office Max, they're having a sale on copies. You can get color copies for 29 cents. I suggest you take your own paper if you want to do like quality stuff and not just standard copy paper copies. Because personally, I like to make copies with a little bit of weight to them. Because people are either hanging these on their walls or putting them in binders or whatever, maybe picture frames, and I think it's just an extra courtesy to make it like sturdy, you know, and not easily bendable, because they'll also be walking around conventions with these things. So yeah, I do have friends who are like, it doesn't really matter, and I'm not saying it's anything against them for that, but I will say, to me it does matter. Like, okay, I'm walking around the convention, well, not personally, but because I'll be stuck behind the table for most of it, but just bear with me. You're walking around the convention, you've got a piece of art, you may or may not have gotten a bag or a page protector for it, and someone bumps into you, or they bump into your bag, and your art is just like destroyed. You can't go back and get another one because you already paid for it. You can't say, hey, my art got destroyed, expect the artist to spend more time putting it together. And our artist, I'm talking to you here, so just do that courtesy. Think about what that person is going to be doing all day when they get that piece from you, and try to kind of proof it for them if you can. I mean, if you can't, that's okay too. I'm just saying, if you can, just, you know, take that extra caution for your customers, because it's about making sure people enjoy what they have, and they can't enjoy it if it's damaged or whatever. And I will say this, I have been thinking of making some art pieces for voice actors. Now, this kind of goes against what I was saying earlier about characters that I like, but it doesn't, because some of them have done characters that I do like. The guy who voiced Sergeant Frog is actually going to be at AWA, and I was like, really? So, I mean, I love Sergeant Frog. This show is funny. And Sergeant Frog, he's a cool character. My favorite, though, is Corporal Giraru. So, for those at AWA, if you're listening, you know. But, yeah. I'm going to have some fan art for that, that people can buy and get signed, that I've been working on. And it should be done this week. I'm hoping I can get a lot done this week, because I've only got a few weeks left. It's insane. I might not like the way this is turning out, and I don't want to start all over again. So we'll see how this goes.